What's up, y'all? It's BigRafTV. Man, I haven't done a heel turn in a minute, so let's talk some wrestling. I am on my way to the gym right now. Give me an apple in. Let's talk some wrestling. All right? Let's start with, what was this past weekend? Money in the Bank. Right? I felt like the women's main event, or the women's Money in the Bank match, they cheated us, and not because of the ending. I'm not necessarily mad that Ellsworth went up and got the belt or got the briefcase to give to Carmella. There's really no rules that says that that can't happen. And in years past, you've had managers try to do that before. I believe Maryse tried to do that. You know what I mean? Like, you've had Kane assist Seth Rollins to get the Money in the Bank briefcase. There's really nothing that says that you can't do that, right? So I'm not mad about that part. What I'm mad about, as far as that match is concerned, is that they only gave them like 15 minutes. They gave those women 15 minutes. They built that match up to be so, groundbreaking, history in the making, women's Money in the Bank, first time ever match. And they gave them 15 minutes, man. Like, around the point when the match was about to end, that's when the match was picking up steam, right? Like, the women were just starting to hit. It was just starting to really heat up. It was good to that point, but it was heating up. It was about to get better. And then they ended the match. I'm like, that was quick as shit. Like, that was really quick, man. That was a little bit too quick of an ending for me. I didn't like how fast that match ended. So that's my one problem with it. I don't even have a problem with who won it. I don't have a problem with Carmella winning it. I kind of expected it to be, I was kind of hoping it to be either Carmella or Tamina. Like, let one of those two have a run and, have something to do. Tamina, I feel like is underused, man. She's supposed to be as big and powerful, like a beast, and they're making Tamina seem like, okay, she'll come in and she'll have a nice spurt and dominate everybody, and then she just gets put down and doesn't do anything, man. Like, Tamina's a beast. Let her beast. Let Tamina beast. That should be the new hashtag on Twitter or something. Let Tamina beast. Because Tamina is a beast. She's a slightly smaller version of Nia Jax. So let Tamina beast. Don't hold Tamina back. Let Tamina beast. You know what I mean? But moving on from there, I thought the tag team match was probably one of the best matches of the night. And I think they executed that the way that it should. It wasn't time for the Usos to drop the belt. The tag team match was great. It was a great match, man. I was like into that the whole time, and I liked all the spots. I liked Kofi going off the top ropes with the trust fall move or whatever they're gonna call that. That was great. That was a great spot. I think even the ending was great. I know some people felt that was a cheap ending. The heels taking the belts and running, but as the heels and as the defending champions, you have the right to do that. You know what I mean? Like, you have, it's your rules ultimately as the champion. You can take your belt and choose to fight another day all you want, unless they make rules that says for the next match, falls count anywhere, or no count outs, or no disqualifications. They'll make it a rule so that at the next pay-per-view, whether that be Battleground or SummerSlam, the New Day will have the edge to win it. But it wasn't the time. New Day doesn't need to come straight in and win the belts. And I'm a New Day fan. I love the New Day. They're my favorite act in wrestling right now. So, it's not anything hating against New Day, but even I know as a New Day fan that they didn't need to come right in and win the belts. Like, let the Usos have a little run, and then, the New Day will be the ones to beat them. Even though personally, I don't want the New Day in a tag team division. I think they should be going after a singles belt. But that's a story that I've mentioned before, and I'll probably mention it again, because I think they need to make the New Day more of a stable instead of a tag team. Right? They need to make them those three, just like they did with the Shield. They had a solo member of the Shield that had a solo belt. He had Dean Ambrose was a United States champion, and then you had Seth and Roman as the tag champs. So why can't Big E or Kofi, you know what I'm saying? Hell, why can't Xavier compete in 205 Live and have Xavier as the cruiserweight champ, the one that dethrones Neville, and then have the other two as a tag champ? That's a different option instead of having Kofi as the world champ or Big E as the U.S. champ. You know what I'm saying? Have Xavier go compete in 205 Live, win the belt, and then you have a trio that way. There's options that you can do with the New Day, and I don't think that they're doing it. Let's talk about the Modern Day Maharaja. I like what they're doing with Jinder. Only thing I like with Jinder that I think that they should do more of is he needs to seem tougher. Like, do some things on his own. I think he needs to do a few things on his own. The endings of the Randy Orton matches have been the exact same endings each time. So they need to switch it up. You know, Randy gets distracted by the goons on the outside. Jinder catches him slipping and wins. All right, that works because that keeps the belt on Jinder. But, man, it's time to do something different now. He needs to win on his own. And cheat. Cheat to win on your own, minus your goons. You know what I mean? Bring some true heel heat. But when he came out on this event, man, the heel heat was great. I loved every second of that. He got the hell booed out of him, and I loved it. It was great. That's what needs to happen. He should be booed. He should be booed like tremendously booed. And they did it there because, of course, that was Randy's hometown. So he should be booed like that. But he should be booed like that everywhere. Wrestling these days, with us snarky internet fans that kind of know everything, which I don't like. I try not to read up on shit and try to get ahead, but the way that it's set up these days is that you know everything. People know everything. So there's really not any surprises, and it's not exciting as much as it was back in the day. So it takes away some of it. And then, like, the crowd kind of dictates the heel and like if somebody's being built to be a heel, then let them be a heel, man. Like, why are we cheering for Braun Strowman and Jinder? Like, we should never cheer for those guys. Those should be heels. Roman's supposed to be a good guy. So, boo him. I mean, or cheer him, not, you know what I'm saying, boo him. It's messing it up, man. It's messing it up the way that it is with the crowds and stuff these days, man. I think if this was old school wrestling, it wouldn't be any issue. Jinder would be getting the hell booed out of him as he's supposed to, not just in Randy Orton's hometown. But that's another point. I thought Money in the Bank overall was a pretty decent pay-per-view. It wasn't the best. The men's Money in the Bank match, pretty good. Pretty good. And I like what they did with Baron Corbin in there. They made him seem powerful from the get-go. From the get-go. I like that he beat the hell out of Shinsuke from the beginning, put him out for half the match. I wish they would have just let Shinsuke not compete. That would have been even better. But as it was still good. And then I like Baron winning. So I like the big guy, man. I like Baron Corbin. And I see good things for him in the future. I don't like, going back to the women's match, I don't like that they're trying to correct it now and be like, we're going to have another match, because now it feels like that was the plan from the beginning. And I really hope that Carmella wins it again without Ellsworth. But even if somehow he does manage to cheat, Carmella needs to win it again and go on a roll. And because her promo work was good the other night. Yeah, I felt it. What I think another thing they should do in the future with Carmella, now that he's healed too, is bring Big Cass over and get rid of damn Ellsworth. Let her be with Big Cass. They're together in real life. Why not have them together, you know what I'm saying, on the show? Now that they're both heels. It makes sense. But overall, I thought Money in the Bank was cool. SmackDown doesn't really disappoint me too much. I feel like with the tag team division, you got the Hype Bros, and I think that at some point, Zack Ryder is going to turn on Mojo. We're going to have heel Zack. But beyond that, I think SmackDown is doing its thing. They're on the roll. SmackDown's easy to watch. It's not very much that you can get disappointed with SmackDown lately. So I'm cool with that. I think Raw is in the sunken place. Like on Get Out, if y'all seen Get Out, Raw is in the sunken place, man. I think something is off with Raw. I don't know who's writing over there on Raw, but not good. Not good. We need to figure out what's going on with Raw. Braun Strowman should not be the only exciting part on Raw. They have a bunch of different things that I feel are heading in the right direction or could take off, but I don't feel like they're putting all the proper energy into it, such as the Titus brand, Goldust and R-Truth's feud. Like, some of those things look like, all right, this could be interesting, but then you're not, like, emphasizing it. And I think I kind of felt like the Enzo and Cass breakup was a bit of a letdown, man. And as they did it, I get it. I agree with Cass. 100%. Enzo is holding you back. Every time y'all have something in your grasp, Enzo is the reason you lose. Tag team match NXT. Tag team match on Raw. Like, Enzo's holding you back, man. I agree with that, Cass. But I kind of feel like this whole thing was poorly executed. I think they could have done did the breakup a bit better. It could have had something else happen. I don't know. It's something about the split felt anticlimactic, man. It wasn't like it wasn't executed the right way. Something felt off. We've seen better tag team breakups. And then it's like, why did they need to break up? Like, why did they have to? I don't know, man. Something about that just, it ain't. I don't know, man. Raw needs to. Why is Miz and Maryse about to split? Like, for what? Like, one of the rumors I read about that is because of the Maria and her dude on SmackDown, so they only want to have one hit couple. It doesn't make any damn sense. What has Maria and that jabroni that she's with ever done on Raw? I know they've been burning it up in the indie scene and Ring of Honor and all that. I know they've been doing that, but Maryse and Miz, I'm a Miz stan, all right, but they've been hot for like over the last year. Nothing they've done has pretty much been wrong. Why would you mess that up? Unless this is a part to push Dean Ambrose further back down and Maryse and Miz are actually just faking it, and that would be great because get Ambrose the hell up out of here. But if it's not for that, what's the point, man? I think that whoever's the writers on Raw needs to figure this shit out. Just need to, and I kind of hope that. Excuse me, man, I'm stuffed up. I hope that Samoa Joe beats Brock Lesnar as well. Not having your champion on Raw kind of hurts the show to me. That's another thing that I like about Jinder. Jinder is on SmackDown all the time, man. He's there. You see the SmackDown World Title in your face every episode of SmackDown. Regardless who that champion is, the SmackDown World Champion is right there. In matches. Defending. The Universal title has not been seen. Like, oh, we're gonna have Brock show up and fight Samoa Joe, and yeah, they're gonna scramble. We're gonna hold them apart, and after like 3 months of not seeing the belt, man, Ron needs to get it together. Brock isn't that special of a talent anymore. I get that a few years ago when he was coming back and it was like, oh shit, Brock came from UFC and he's back and blah, blah, blah. And that made sense then. He was exciting to see. Now that you don't see him like for 3 months, it's not. If you're going to give him special treatment, give him like the old school, Hulk Hogan treatment. Have him show up, right? All right, the champion's here. But he has to defend that damn title every 30 days. That was the old school rule. You had to defend it at least once every 30 days. Hogan didn't fight on a whole bunch of Monday Night Nitros and all that shit. He wasn't. Actually, he kind of did. Anyway, Hogan didn't defend all that much. But when he did defend it within the 30-day rules, man. Even if it was just a cheat and, hold somebody's tights and win. They're doing some shit wrong on Raw, man. It's just, and it's 3 hours. They completely abandoned their women's division on Raw. They completely abandoned that. The showing for the women's division on Raw this past week was trash. It was like, why even put them on the show? You might as well have just not have had women on the show. It's supposed to be a women's revolution. And you threw all your women together in one bout. How come SmackDown's women have different feuds going on? Like, all right, Naomi's beefing with Lana right now. She's on this side. Then you have the other women competing to battle her. Then you might have these other little side angles on SmackDown. Who's writing for Raw? If it's Vince, man, cut it out. Let this shit go, Vince. It's Raw's trash right now, man. Braun Strowman is great. Roman Reigns is great. I know people are going to disagree with that, but Roman Reigns is great. Miz is great. I even like that Miz is bringing in Bo Dallas and Axel. I like that he's bringing them in. I hope they do more with that. And I hope that Maryse and Miz don't split and that all just kind of, works together and they kind of have like a mini stable. I hope that happens. But Raw, something is not clicking. You're supposed to be the premier show. And you are not premier right now. Like, so something is off with Raw. And it needs to be fixed. Raw's in the sunken place. It's apple good and Sunday. But that's going to do it, man. I just want to talk some wrestling real quick. Another episode of The Heel Turn. If you like this video, thumbs up. Y'all want me to keep talking wrestling? Thumbs up. I'll bring y'all some more quality content on some wrestling. And I'll holler at y'all in the next Heel Turn. Peace.